Hello and welcome to Modern VlogCast. We're in the car. Hey, how's it going? So we are on our way. I got Mrs. Broadcast right here off camera. She doesn't want to be on camera today. So, but we are on our way to VinCon, which is a retro. Oh, look at that. Is a retro gaming convention here in Colorado. So right now we are heading up north from Denver, up to Fort Collins is where this is held each year. So this is VinCon 2025. We saw the flyer while inside Level 7 Games, and just thought it was an interesting thing to check out. We haven't been to it. Yeah, so not really sure what to expect out of VinCon, other than it's a retro gaming convention. It's supposed to be the biggest in the state, is what they advertise. And there's cosplay. You know, I think it's kind of like with all these anime conventions and gaming conventions. You know, there's cosplay. There's a whole bunch of different pop culture stuff. I know there's the Fan Expo in Denver, which we go to every year. Yeah, just want to kind of check it out and see. I was going to bring my camera to actually take some photos, but as I was getting in the car, I had it clipped to my hip and I dropped it and I smashed my lens. So that's awesome. So I decided not to bring the camera and we're just going to record on our phone, and I think that might be better. Again, we're not sure what to expect out of this. It's taking place at a mall, in one of those kind of bigger areas. Like, it's always a Spirit Halloween, I guess. And then now it's a retro game convention.
Inside the former Macy's.
Inside the former Macy's. Oh, okay. So this is actually quite big.
Yes, it used to be a Macy's,
Okay.
I guess. And then sometimes it's a Spirit Halloween, and sometimes it's a gaming convention.
Okay. So I don't have a mic on her, but it basically, it used to be a Macy's, and sometimes it's Spirit Halloween. Basically, it's just a store that's constantly changing out for events, and right now it's the retro convention. So takes us about an hour to get to Fort Collins from Denver, and yeah, we'll just check it out and see from there. So, quick little pit stop while we're on I-25. I forgot that they put in a Buc-ee's, and this one loves truck stops, and we've never been to a Buc-ee's. We've never gone into one. Figured now's the time, since it
fun to explore. They always have a lot of fun drink flavors and giant mugs. It's great.
So here we are at Buc-ee's in I don't even know what, Johnstown?
Berthoud, I think.
Berthoud, is it?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I was gonna flip the camera around, but I can't when it's recording. I have to like stop it. Yeah, I have to stop it and then redo it. So, yeah, Buc-ee's. Hello, and welcome back. So we just got out of the con, and we just made our way back to the highway real quick. I wanted to make sure we were heading back. We got to go pick up our boy. No. No, it's just the con ends here in about 40 minutes. We left a little bit early, but wow, what a haul.
Yeah, we
I mean,
hit everything that we were hoping to, and we found some really cool finds.
yeah.
I think we made out pretty good. I think both of us did, which we weren't necessarily expecting. Since it's a vintage game con, I definitely thought it would be mostly you, but but we both found cool stuff.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a blast.
Yeah.
We did some networking while we were there. While we were there, and got to talk to a couple game developers. One of them was for the game Squink, which is coming up on Steam. So here's a little preview of what that looks like. Very cool, very down to earth. The game developer, his name is Gene, just was really cool to talk with for a few minutes. Unfortunately, I'm weird when I go into stores or when I go into like these kind of things. Like I have a tough time like recording the whole experience. So I didn't record a whole lot. Like there's a couple segments here and there that have been recorded, or I took pictures of. But for the most part, like, it's just not something I do a lot of.
But you'll get a haul out of it.
Yes. When we get home, I plan on setting up the camera and doing a quick haul. But yeah, so we're just going to kind of make this kind of like a vlog video more than anything. I took a couple pictures. There was like an EV motorcycle that was pretty cool to look at. And then... God, what else did we see there? There's a lot of booths. You would be surprised at what all fits inside a Macy's, or what a skeleton.
What used to be a Macy's.
Yeah, a husk of a Macy's.
Yeah, it was amazing how much stuff they ended up fitting in there. When I saw the flyer thing saying it was an old Macy's, I was like, oh, that's going to be small. It did not feel small.
No.
It felt like actually a pretty good space for a convention like that.
Yeah. And I think what it was, so VinCon, if you happen to see this, you need to figure something out about getting people in the door.
That
was something.
Toughest part.
So we got there. So the con opened at 11.
11 is when it started, yeah.
Yeah, at 11. And so we got there with our little Buc-ee's trip. There's that. I'm going to cut back to when we got Buc-ee's. So due to our Buc-ee trip, we got there about 11, like 17.
Maybe.
It was in the 20 area when we were in line.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got there about 20 minutes late. Ginormous line outside of the mall.
Yeah.
Huge. We stood in that line for well over an hour to get in the door. And then when we got in, we ended up running into a couple friends of ours that we met at the Denver Expo, and a fellow streamer, Phantom Cat. So a little plug right here, right between us. Look at that. So... Wow.
Beautiful.
Movie magic. So Phantom, ran into Phantom and his buddy Brian, and they had two other friends with them that we just happened to run into. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Great time, just chatting and whatnot. But they came in, oh yeah, I'm sorry, old man syndrome. I went off topic. I forgot what I was talking about.
Yeah, you were talking about the line.
I could be a history teacher, you know. I could pull it off because my history teacher, all the ranting and the tangents, my history teacher, when I was in school, if you said one thing, you could get him off on a tangent. If you could, you're done for the day.
Yeah.
It was over.
I had a science teacher like that.
It was over.
Yep.
Done. Old man syndrome. It's the worst. Phantom, I'm reeling it back. Phantom and his buddies, they all went in through there was a indoor entrance.
Like through the mall.
Yeah, through the mall entrance.
We'd never been there before at all, so we didn't know it connected.
I mean, which would make sense, but we thought like it might be blocked off because here's the deal. We did one of those things where we saw a giant line. We didn't know what the line was for, but we assumed what it was for, and so we got in line.
And it did end up being that.
But like, and then like everyone around us was like, "Is this the line if you already bought tickets or not?" And nobody knew the answer. Nobody knew the answer. Everyone was just like, "We're in line. We're just a bunch of sheep in line." I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
Nobody knew exactly if it was the right line. Nobody knew what was happening. There was some poor girl in front of us who wanted to sign up for the cosplay contest, and
Yeah, oh, that was cool. Yeah, she was dressed up as Gladys from
not Halo. Gosh, Portal. Please cut that.
oh no, that's going in.
No.
That's 100% going in.
I know she's not.
Gladys from Halo. Right? Yeah.
From Portal.
Yeah. Anyways.
So yeah, and she wanted to sign up for the cosplay contest, and she was worried that she would not make it up there in time.
I think she made it.
I think she did too.
I think she did.
But the line was moving at
Oh,
a pace that
a
made
snail's
it
pace.
questionable. And there wasn't really any communication or indication of why it was taking so long, or if there was a place to diverge based on
Well, and I
what you
think
had or what.
I think what the issue was is that everyone in there was having internet issues. Like the mall just like shut down like any type of network communications from happening at all.
Yeah, so everyone was having a tough time with card readers,
Oh yeah.
getting like things to pop up.
Yeah, so like nobody could do it. And like when we got in and when we were like, we're getting our nifty badges, these are pretty sick. Look at that. Yeah. When we were getting our nifty badges, we go to the counter, like, well, there's a QR code, and we're like, here you go. And she goes, oh yeah, no, that's not working. I need to look you up by name.
Yeah.
And so it just further delayed the process.
I guess.
And then like they had like two sections, like one for people that needed to buy tickets, and then the other section was for if you already bought tickets, but they only had one person stationed at each station. And so that was it. And you have this main huge flow. So, but did you notice that the other line, all of a sudden, like those people got pulled away? Like all of a sudden, like they were just like, oh, I need you over here. And like, so then that line like shut down completely.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So maybe they were understaffed.
something. So, but that's gotta figure out somehow in some way. We ran into level 7.
Mm-hmm.
Level 7 Games was there. Guys, it was so cool to see you. And I snagged a couple games from them. Albert Odyssey is on my hit list.
It's a grail.
It is.
It's a working design title.
I'm on this kick of collecting all working design titles, and I have quite a few of them. Like I have all the not all the Dragon Forces. I have Dragon Force, but I have all 4 disc variants. There was 4 disc variants that came out for it. Lunar Star Story, Lunar Silver Star Story, you know, all those. Working design, I love their games. And they had Albert Odyssey, and it was just I think it was like 1,200.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't, but I want to, but I can't. So we didn't. But yeah, here in a few minutes we'll show you the haul, and I don't know how much of this is gonna stay in, how much of this I'm gonna cut out. So
I don't know.
we'll see. But did you have a good time?
I did have a good time. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a blast. I thought it was great.
A lot of friendly people, which was nice.
A lot of friendly people. You know,
It seemed like the vendors were more friendly and maybe open to talk than at like bigger conventions.
yes.
Part of it is they have more time, but
Yeah. So yeah, like I noticed at like Fan Expo, like when when we talk to people, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, yeah." You know, like just kind of panic. Where here we even talked to people that we didn't buy from. Like I just, hey, how's it going? And then just had a conversation. Like I always, like I think you kind of have this too. Like you don't want to go into a store and then like kind of like not buy something because
Yeah.
like, they're just like, this stuff's cool, but I don't really need it.
Right.
Oh, bye.
Yeah. Especially if you're like the only one there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that either, and especially at conventions. Like when I go down Artist Alley, like artists, you guys are amazing. I wish I could draw. I really do. I'm actually jealous. Go fuck yourself that you can draw and I can't. No, seriously.
He's just jealous.
Yeah, I am. I really am. I would love to have the patience to draw crooked stick figures until it looked nice. Those also were not farts. There's construction. Okay.
Yeah, they were little rumple strips.
Little rumple strips. Yes. So
No farts.
no farts.
No farts.
But like whenever time I go down Artist Alley or you know I'm at an artist booth, like I always feel bad. Like I always glance at it, I look at it, and I'm like, this is really cool, but I don't necessarily want to buy it. Like,
Yeah.
and so like I always just feel bad because like some of them are just sitting there like, and I'm like, hey, buddy, how's your day? You doing okay? Some of them were very nice, very friendly. I kind of just go into like kind of robot mode at cons though, or like I noticed I caught myself a few times. Like I would say, "Hey, how's it going?" Like at a booth that we were looking through, and then like they'd say, "Oh, good, how you doing?" And like I just wouldn't say anything back, and so you actually were like, "We're good." You kind of picked up for me because I'm like looking at like the stuff, and I just got distracted.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just assumed you got distracted looking at other things, so I was like,
I didn't mean to.
no, it's okay.
I know, but I did catch myself a few times going like, we're good, how you doing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but it was nice. I feel like a lot of the people that we met were like the creators of the thing,
Yeah.
or it was stuff from like their own personal collection that they wanted to sell or share.
A lot of mom basements.
Yeah.
A lot of mom basements. Did you hear, like, that was like the story of the convention.
A lot of people working out of their parents' basement. Yeah. Which,
Yeah.
no shade. I mean, if that's where you got the space to get your stuff off the ground, like,
No.
it's hard.
Yeah. There was a couple of those. I'm sorry. What I meant was like, I heard multiple vendors say like, "Oh, this is just a box in my mom's basement that
Oh yes. Okay. Sorry. I
we
thought-
stumbled across." And moms, check your basements, man.
Right?
Check your basements. You got gold down there.
Seriously, you might find a game in there that's worth like $1,000.
That's yeah.
Check the storage tubs in your basements, mothers. Especially at the swap meet, there was a lot of.
The swap meet was cool.
That was cool, and that was kind of interesting because you could do a bit more like bargaining, I guess.
The haggling and the back and forth, yeah.
Yeah, I mean a little bit of that. Like sometimes certain vendors would give you a discount if you bought more than one thing or something like that. But the swap meet, it seemed like it was kind of encouraged. Like they might have a price on something, but then you could be like, "Hey, I'll get this and this other item. Would you do
Yeah, so
a deal for it?" And a lot of them, everybody was down. They were just like, "Yeah, sure, bind them together."
here's the deal: they don't want to haul that crap back, you know. They're like, "No, I'm good."
Right, exactly. I don't want to pack all this up and take it home with me.
So a lot of stuff that we got was from the swap meet. Like we got some neat stuff from vendors, and then but I think the bulk of what we got was at the swap meet. Really,
Yeah.
I mean, oh, you can show off your earrings. she got some earrings from one of the vendors.
I did. I don't know if they're showing up,
I'll have to probably zoom in on it.
but they're mimic earrings.
Yeah, wooden too. It's like wooden etched and burned maybe.
Yeah, it's wood burning. I don't know if that's the
Yeah.
term for it, but yeah, I got that, and then I mean this will be in the haul, I suppose. But I got something else from the same vendor.
Oh, I forgot you did get that too. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got a little mini. I'm gonna put her together, little rogue. So I just started playing a rogue character in one of my games, and I thought she kind of looked like her. So
yeah,
we're gonna put her together. Maybe color.
I was gonna say, are you gonna color her, or are you gonna leave her as wood?
I think I'm gonna color her. I just have to figure out with what, because I don't like regular markers would bleed and then look terrible. Maybe like colored pencil.
Yeah, or maybe like figure paint. Maybe.
Yeah,
that
too.
might be the best. I don't know.
I'd have to buy some of that colored pencils I already have, so I could start there, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, so looking forward to doing that. I could do something with these too, as far as color goes too, but I'm not sure. I kind of like a wood.
Mr. Broadcast's big thing is like Girlpla. For those that aren't familiar with what that is, it's like girl Gundams, where it's
you put them together.
Yeah.
Same as Gundams. They're model kits, but they're.
For those that don't know what Gundams are, they're big, giant robots that you put together with plastic, and they're like puzzles almost.
Yeah, they all fit together, basically. You just have to make them fit together correctly, but they're all designed to do it. You just have to, find the right parts and put them together. But yeah, it is basically like a big puzzle.
Yeah.
Most of them don't need any glue or paint or anything like that. There are ones you can get that do, but a lot of those are just kind of pop out the parts and put them together.
Yeah. You didn't really come across... we came across one booth that had 3.
Yes.
Yeah, there was 3. The one was really cool.
I was tempted by that one, but...
that one was interesting.
Yeah.
The dad was running the shop, but the dad like left, like he I don't know where he went. He was gone.
Yeah.
So dad's gone. So the only one that was there was the daughter, and like not everything was marked. We did end up getting 2 items from that shop that are gifts actually for others. But I was like, how much is this? And like. She had no clue. She was like, "That's my dad. I don't know." And I was like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "He'll be back in a minute." And we ended up kind of hanging out around for a good minute. Like,
yeah,
a good minute.
I've been like 5 minutes. I mean, it wasn't an exceptionally long time, but I think all the booths, like all the slots for everything, were so small.
Yeah, I felt like I was constantly in the way.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I didn't record. I thought about like pulling my phone out and just being like, "Hey, here you go. Here's some info." But I didn't. It was packed, and
It
like
was
the aisles.
well attended.
Yeah, were not wide whatsoever.
No, which is especially tough if you have people stopping to look at stuff, because you have vendors on either side of the aisle, and then people stopping on either side of the aisle, and then people trying to move through the middle of the aisle. So
yeah,
it worked, but it definitely there was quite a good turnout, and so there were a lot of people walking around, but that's good. I hope they do it again next year.
I think so, because they do it every year. I was told it was at a different place.
Yeah, I guess they used to do it somewhere different, and they did this place just this year, the Macy's just this year.
Yeah. So of course there's gonna be some kinks and whatnot. So hopefully get it figured out next year if they do it again there. I think it was a good space for it. I did take a few photos here and there, kind of around the place, and I think next year I'll bring like the GoPro or something, like just strap that on and then just like walk through, because then I mean that's like attached to me, and so I don't have to worry like pulling my phone out and looking like a douchebag. You know, it's just already going. So, but yeah, great time.
Yeah, had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun. Discovered some cool treasures.
And for those that are wondering, she wanted the camera to like cut her off. Okay, like I'm not just like look at me and only me. Real quick.
I only kind of wanted.
She's like, I only kind of want to be in frame, so like, can you mainly focus at you? And if I want to be on camera, I'll lean in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know. Someone is gonna comment in the comments. You can't even see when she's talking. Like, someone's gonna say it, you know. So I just.
To the person that says that, I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't want my whole face in the camera all the time.
I'm aware. We're aware.
Yeah.
It's intentional. I have dead space over here on this side. We'll see you guys soon for the
haul section. You may have noticed Modern is modeling, is being a modern model, wearing the new collab limited edition jacket, as well as the shirt underneath it. That one's not limited edition, but it is a recolor to reflect the new design. Looks very nice. Working her. But yeah, that was VinCon, and our first time there, first time in Fort Collins. But we had a great time. It's fun to see everything that was out there and explore everything it had to offer. Definitely want to check it out again next year. So thank you for watching. Hopefully the vlog style stuff worked out. I know it's not the typical content, but hopefully you enjoyed. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and all that stuff. And have a good week, everybody. Take care.
hello, and so I set up the camera, and it's a 16mm lens on there. That's unfortunately all I have, since I smashed the one on the way to the con, where it's dented and I actually can't get it open. So we're gonna crop this in, so hopefully that way you guys are a little bit closer and you can't even tell that we're on a 16mm wide ass lens. So let's go ahead and get to the haul video. It looks like Miles is very interested. He keeps shoving his face in the bag. Let's go ahead and get started. So first up, yeah, let's do that stuff real quick.
Okay.
So first up is here. I'll take it to the camera.
Oh, okay.
And so that way we have some product shots. But there was these earrings that you were at the vendor right next to it.
Yeah.
And it was so tight and cramped in there, like I said in the car, that like in order to film in there, like I would have had to been like, hey, all right, look at all this stuff. Yeah. So I decided not to film while we're at the convention, but to get out of the way, I went to the one next door and got these.
They just so happen to have my favorite Pokemon.
Maybe. I don't know if it's actually focusing on that or not. I can't quite tell. So hopefully yes. But some Vaporeon earrings, some acrylic Vaporeon earrings with a little. I don't even know what that is at the bottom of it, but
A water droplet, maybe? Or a water stone?
Water stone, maybe.
Water stone.
Maybe.
They're very pretty.
Yes. This is,
That.
yeah.
And
I think they saw those in the car.
Oh, okay.
The mimic earrings.
Big earrings. This is from the same place.
So yeah, it's just this little cutout piece of wood. It looks like it was laser engraved, where they drew it, they designed it, and then used a laser to burn it into the wood and cut out. But all these little pieces pop out, and it kind of builds a character. Hi, Miles. It kind of builds a character diorama.
Yeah. It's kind of, I think
Yo mama?
the intention is for them to be like TTRPG minis.
Yeah.
But yes, very cute. This one's like a little rogue kind of design.
I thought it was cute.
It is very cute. And then the vendors, artists.
I'll take close up shots afterwards.
Oh.
So yeah, we'll just do that. Yeah, we'll just do that.
All right.
What's next?
These ones are yours.
Okay.
So I'll let you
So
shout and however.
I got a couple games. Well, at level 7 games was there. We were talking with the owner John, and I saw this. It looked interesting. I was actually going to get something else. Spoilers, I ended up picking it up later. But I saw this. They had for the Nintendo Switch Gravity Circuit, which is this. I don't know if it's a Metroidvania style game. I saw it. I like the art. I like robots. I like.
How can you go wrong with giant robots?
I like colors. This has all the good colors in it, you know, and so I had to pick it up. It was fairly cheap. It was really cheap, actually. So I picked it up. Okay, I'm gonna probably play it and hear some gameplay footage. Wow. Yeah. The other thing I picked up, one of the vendors had a Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo, but in a 3-pack, and was selling all 3 for $75. I was able to talk with them, and I actually got all 3 for about $60. And so I got the price down a little bit, and that's the fun thing about these conventions is sometimes, especially like this one, like I feel like when we go to Denver Con, like the Fan Expo, there's not really that room to kind of wiggle around where like
Most of the prices are kind of set.
yeah we're like
Felt a bit more casual where like you could talk to someone about it
yeah
if you wanted.
that's a big rubber band.
That's a big rubber band.
Yeah, this one it was like to be expected. Like it's almost weird to just be like, oh yeah, I'll buy that, thanks. So I was actually able to get all 3 of these, which all look, again, I'll take photos, in great condition for $60 instead of $75. So yeah, I was pretty happy. I played a lot. My aunt and I, we played Donkey Kong Country 3 all the time.
Oh.
And then we end up getting Donkey Kong Country 1, or maybe it was, yeah, just 1 and 3. Anyways, it doesn't matter. A lot of fun. So, and I don't own those. I own the Super Famicom version. So it's kind of nice to... Moving on. Up next...
Hi, Miles. Moving back to stuff that's not games, I got a scented candle. This is from Adventurous Aromas. They're based out of Oregon. And they do like scented candles that are supposed to be themed around like certain places or story settings or something to kind of get you in that headspace. So this one is Ominous Caverns, and I don't know, it smells pretty good. I would definitely live in an ominous cavern if it smelled like that.
It does. It's weird. And like when I first smelled it, when we were at the convention, I was like, it smells like wet basement.
But I love that smell. That is like my favorite smell.
I love mildew.
It smell like mildew.
No. Yeah, no, it's really great.
Very nice. It's like amber, vanilla, but it has something in there that has that kind of...
It's like pine. There's a spice.
It's resinous. I think that's probably what it is. Like
The hell is that?
resin or something. Like pine resin?
Oh, maybe. Because I get like a pine smell.
Yeah.
Mocha, do you want to smell? Probably not.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't tease the cat. And they were all, again, that kind of that laser etched, had that design at the top of them. But who is this from?
Adventurous Aromas.
Oh, yeah, Adventurous Aromas. Look at that product shot, huh? Isn't that gorgeous?
Can I help you?
He's got a ball. He's like, hi. He's gone. He's like, bye.
He's down.
Yeah, if you want to do the shirts.
Okay.
Spoilers, the shirts.
Spoilers, they are shirts.
I'm excited about that bag, to be
Do you want to
honest.
do this bag instead?
No, do your shirts.
Huh? They're all packed up so nice. I feel kind of bad opening them back up.
Are you gonna stand up and like hold them out?
I can.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna have to find that guy gave you the link to his store.
Yeah, I don't even know the name.
don't
Just some dude.
either.
Just some dude in his basement.
Rail Pale or something like that.
Something like that. This guy was pretty cool. This was in the swap meet, so that's where we bought most of our stuff. Was in the swap meet area. The vendors
Was not swap meet, but what we're talking about now is
Yeah, and I think pretty much for the rest of the video
of it is pretty much swap meet.
is swap meet. But super cool. Super cool guy. He got there. He had some vintage shirts from a lot of Legend of Zelda, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that. So, yeah, she got a Gengar.
I guess I shouldn't worry about folding them up all nice.
Yeah, they need to get washed.
Anyway,
Yeah, he said he washed them, but you know how that is.
it's always better to wash them yourself.
Yeah, wash them yourself. So
This was probably my personal favorite find. Hello Kitty Cafe for the 50th anniversary of Sanrio. It's really cute. It's kind of got some sparkles to it, and it has a little tag on the sleeve there. It's very soft. But yeah, I was super stoked to find this one.
she was. She pretty much on the way. I was like, whoa.
Come home. And then I also found this one, which seems to be vintagey given the feel and the tag and everything. I have no idea what it says.
No idea.
And
I could say butt face, and we don't know.
it could. And I don't know what the character is from, and neither did he. So
And it's a legendary butt face. So
Right.
if you know what this is,
who this is, or what this is from, or what it says, let us know.
where can they let us know?
In the comments.
Where are the comments?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, she got it, folks. Huh? Give her a hand. Give her a hand. Look at this pro YouTuber going on.
Guys, this woman. Comment down below. But those were the shirts. I was very, very excited about those, especially Hello Kitty. But the other two are also very cute.
Yes. So also during the swap meet, which was from 3 to 5, this is the other thing she was super excited about. This is straight up just was a guy. He didn't have a shop really at all. I think he was.
I know, no.
No. You just shoving your face in there? Nice. Good for you. So this guy had VHS tapes. He had VHS tapes. He also had a table that had some games on it and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. And
But the VHS tapes is what he had mainly.
yeah.
And again, the whole point is to haggle and you know to talk. Anyways, so he was selling the VHS tapes for I think $5 a piece, right? And so we ended up talking with him. We got it down to like $1. Because they're VHS tapes.
Mm-hmm.
But
they're real cool VHS tapes.
oh my goodness, yeah, there was 4 of them.
Yeah.
So I'll fan them out for you.
Okay.
Okay. But what they had.
Yeah, 4 different Sailor Moon S specifically, and then Super S. Sailor Moon VHS tapes, and they're just so cute. We have a TV that can play them, and I've also been working on building up a Sailor Moon collection to get a display going. I have a small one, but I will expand, and these are definitely going to be part of it.
Yeah, these were really cool to see, especially these clamshells. I mean, the clamshells, I only have...
Really see those?
Yeah, I only have a handful of them, and a lot of them have been beat to hell.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's some denting, and it's starting to snap and whatever, but, I mean, you get them for $1.
Yeah.
Can't really complain.
And then, so like we got them down to $1, and then, but, he had those, and then, since she had those, oh yeah, I forgot. You also got. She also got Powerpuff Girls the movie. She was on a Powerpuff Girls kick last night, and we watched. Oh my god, too many episodes. But I don't think I've ever seen the movie. You know. Bonus cartoon is Dexter's Laboratory. Didi, get out of my room! Anyways, but so yes, so since she got those VHS, for $1, I made sure to grab myself some Digimon digital monsters, and
We got that.
yeah, I can't wait to put that on the retro TV. It's gonna look so 480p.
So low res.
Oh, the best part of the story, though, is so I talked to the guy and he agreed to $1 a piece, right? He agreed to $1 a piece. Meanwhile, she's not near me when I'm doing the business.
No, I didn't even know he was going to get them.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, so she's dealing with his wife, the guy's wife, and she comes running up to me and she's like, I have this game. It's a collector's edition. I really want it.
I've never played it before, but I would like to. It's a PS2.
Also in Japanese.
You know, I'll figure it out.
We don't have a Japanese PS2.
Oh.
But I have ways to fix that.
Okay.
So, anyways.
Just gave you a project.
Yes.
Video.
Yeah, a whole project. So if you want to see how to convert a game into, we're not going to cover that. So she's like, this is so cool. It comes with the game. It comes with, I think, a CD, a pocket watch.
Yeah, it comes with a pocket watch and maybe some other stuff.
Oh, I see the stuff there.
Yeah. So I haven't fully opened it up yet, but it comes with like all of its little extras. And honestly, for being like a PS2 game that was just at somebody's swap meet, like it's in very nice condition.
Yeah. It looks brand new.
It's cool. I love like how it looks. This is the sort of thing I would just put on a shelf and it'd look neat and it'd make me happy to see it. So
up a little bit. I think it might be cut off there. There you go.
So if I can play it, cool. If I can't, I can look at it. So
no, I have a way for you to play it.
Okay.
And in English, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I know what they're saying.
You'll know what they're saying.
Nice.
ROMs, people. ROMs.
Oh, it does say for Japan only, right down on the bottom there. Interesting.
These next two things that we got were actually, these are actually gifts. It's okay. I don't think they're going to watch this video right away. So I think we'll be safe.
You think we're safe?
I think we're safe.
Okay.
So my uncle is a huge fan of Alien vs. Predator. Sorry, Miles yawned. It was like, anyways. So huge fan of Aliens vs. Predator. Loves both franchises greatly. And so for the NES, I have never heard of this. I don't even know. This might be a repro. This might be legit. I'm not sure. This is a cute little vendor that had this. It was a dad, a daughter, and a mom, but dad and mom just walked away, were gone.
I think they went to get food or something.
Something. So we kind of had to wait around because it wasn't priced, and the little girl was like, "Huh?" So
Yeah, she didn't know.
she had no clue.
I mean, I've never heard of this. I wouldn't know what to price it as either.
Yeah. So
1985, it says on the back.
oh, well, repros say this. Anyway, xenophobe.
Xenophobe, yes.
Xenophobe. And
But it looks a lot like a xenomorph.
it does with
It's officially licensed, but
No.
it really looks like it.
by Sunsoft. So here's some gameplay footage of that real quick, just kind of playing in the background while we continue just talking about nothing. So, but it does say 2-player interactive.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Couldn't be xenophobic together. Just kidding. Don't do that. That's not a good thing to be.
That didn't sound good.
It didn't.
No.
Should just cut that part out.
I'm not. I'm leaving that in.
cut it.
No, that's staying in.
Oh, please cut it out.
The other thing that we got, the other gift that we got is for my aunt who grew up with the NES and but has just a crush on Snoopy. Actually, that's what I call it.
Okay.
Snoopy this, Snoopy that. Not Snoop Dogg, but Snoopy. And I didn't even know that a Snoopy game came out for the NES, but this is called Snoopy's Silly Sports Spectacular.
Ooh.
Came with a sleeve
And a manual.
and the manual. Manual? Manual.
Manual.
Manual. Manual?
Manuel.
Manuel. Manual. So, really kind of a neat find, I would say. This is by Kimco Seika.
Seika again?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Kimco Seika. Here's some gameplay of that because I have no idea what to expect out of this, but it'd be quite interesting. Silly for sure, and sports.
Silly sports.
It's gonna be spectacular.
Sure is.
So 2 gifts. If you guys are watching this videos, hey, here you go. We returned to level 7 games. I wanted to talk to John again, just tell him, hey, and thanks for everything. By the way, this video is definitely sponsored. Not really. But no, I just wanted to thank John. He had my zines in his stores here in the Denver metro when I was doing those. Unfortunately, I ran out of time, guys. We stopped at 9. I wanted to get to 12. We might finish it out, get 12 done. But when I was there, they ended up putting out some new stuff at their table in Metal Slug Tactics. This is actually on my list. I've really been wanting to play this game, and he had it for a decent price, brand new, and so I picked it up. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm buying this. And I quickly threw it, and it was so nice. We got a bag and 2 shirts.
Yeah, I was going
as well.
Show that off. These 2 are the last things.
These are the last ones. Okay.
Yeah, those are the last 2. But since you're talking about it, we got a nice little
Level 7
tote bag.
swag bag.
Swag bag.
Swag sack? Don't say that.
Not swag sack. Swag bag.
Swag bag. Yeah, don't say swag sack. Hashtag swag sack in the comments down below, please.
Swag sack. Yep. And then we both got a shirt.
Yes.
7 shirt with that nice Castlevania inspired logo right there, and we've got the Denver skyline in the background. It's pretty cool. Awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was very nice of John to do that. But yeah, Metal Slug Tactics for the Nintendo Switch. Pretty excited. I'm probably going to play this tonight while laying in bed after I edit this video, because I'm recording all this and this is coming out in the morning.
Woo! Yeah, you're ambitious, my guy.
The last 2 things that I had picked up from the con was for the Turbo EverDrive, which is an EverDrive for the TurboGrafx 16. I love my TurboGrafx 16, and the games are really hard to find, and then sometimes when you find them, they are insanely expensive. So this basically, you put a micro SD card in the top, you plug it in, and it plays the whole library, and sometimes even other game consoles as well. But if for those that want to play on original hardware but not shell out a ton of cash, then pick up an EverDrive. There's people out there that say that EverDrives cause a voltage issue and can wreck the systems. That is very rare and very hard to happen. Not to say that it can't, but buy from reputable sources. I bought this from a convention. Could be a conman. I have no idea. So not a reputable source, but was a good price. Has the whole library on there and was very interested. I also picked up the Genesis version because if you bought two, then you got a discount. So also got the Sega Genesis version. And I think this again was just like a guy that maybe runs a shop online. Like they didn't really have a sign out at all. So
Did.
This one didn't? Who was this?
Overall Games?
Oh, Overall Games. Like overalls?
I think so.
Like-
I mean, that's how it was spelled, and there was like a little picture of overalls.
Oh, then yeah. I didn't see that at all. So
Looking at that, I looked around.
she was bored. She wasn't. No, actually, you had a fun time. So, so I also got an EverDrive for the Sega Genesis that says includes all USA ROMs. That's not legal, but shh. Are you a cop? No? Shut up. So,
Derek watches.
yeah. My buddy that is a cop. Shh. You got your hands full.
All right, you got bigger fish to fry.
Absolutely. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. I know we kind of already did an outro in the car, so we're going to use that. So check out that footage. Can you do this?
No, not
You
really.
can't do this? Can you do it the other way?
Definitely not.
I keep wanting to call it VidCon. It's not. It's VinCon.
Con.
Yeah, VinCon 2025. I had an absolute blast. This was our first year going.
Yeah.
First time, and definitely, I want to go again. It was casual. Everyone there was so friendly. You had a mixture of young and old, and everyone was just there to have a blast. It was cool seeing, little kids kind of feel a PlayStation 1 controller for the first time and stuff like that. Like they had like games going and stuff in the corner, and that was neat to see. And you had your know-it-alls, you had your people that, well, actually, but it was
Too many, though.
no, and it wasn't the comic book guy, kind of really. It was like they knew a lot of information, but it was more like they were just excited to share the knowledge with you.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, just to share with others. And
Try to be right.
right, yeah. So amazing experience. VidCon 2026, definitely going to go to. Ms. Broadcast, go ahead and take us out to the outro.
All right, and we are going to the outro.
Perfect.